a love triangle, betrayal, anti-Semitism. It's all here today, folks. Good evening, lads and lassies. Irish Demon here, back with another video. I hope you all have had a wonderful Christmas and a nice relaxing day for the majority of you out there. And thank you for those who managed to join me last night for my live stream. Unfortunately, we had some major computer/internet issues and were unable to continue, sadly. And straight after the stream, I went to rest for like 15 minutes and woke up at 3 a.m. on the couch. So yeah, I was pretty tired actually last night. But anyway, that aside, let's get into today's episode. And sadly, looks like it's going to be the final episode of all of this stuff. So this is the great prank of Nathan Thompson, the Flat Earth prank done by Reckless Ben and Blake Rozier over on Reckless Ben's channel. Link in the description down below. Whoa. Anyway, part 5 gets dark. We start to see Nathan Thompson really shows his true colors. And yeah, so I'm just going to play it for you. Now, I will just say this before I go on. I'm only going to be playing about 5 to 10 minutes of the video. It's a much longer video, nearly half an hour long. Go over there, check it out, because there's some really, really funny stuff in between that I won't be covering. So definitely check that out. Anyway, let's get on with it, and I'll catch you guys in a minute.
Today, Ben and Blake are going to be on the Glowbusters podcast.
Glowbusters? These two Harvard grads are supposedly jumping on the panel of Glowbusters tomorrow and letting us interview them and poke at their supposed experiment, that what they call an experiment.
No way. I'm getting ready to interview them both because I think it's bullshit. But it is.
So it comes as no surprise to the majority of you that not only did we all know that it was a prank, it seems the Flat Earthers did too, and no matter how many times they told Nathan, he just completely ignored them because his ego is too big. Because this was all about him. If this was about somebody else, he would have been the first one to go there, tip-tapping, researching to prove that it was all fake because he wouldn't be involved. Anyway, let's move on. We're just going to skip on a little bit to something that Blake's got to say about his beloved.
So I actually saw the footage of what Nathan said on day 1 that he wanted to date Brianna, and honestly, Nathan, that sucks, man.
We should get me going on a date with him.
You cannot let him hear that, dude.
It's a terrible idea.
That would crush him, dude.
It was a terrible idea.
Are you trying to betray me, dude?
I was excited to see you too. You said you had seen some on YouTube.
I had.
Which ones? The crazy ones or the good ones?
I saw the one at the school, and I thought that was cool.
Hey guys, you're not on a ball in space. The Earth is flat.
That's how you do it right there.
Yeah.
I was sharing Flat Earth with the kids and I got arrested 2 days later.
Ugh. Seeing him in a semi-romantic situation is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. Ladies, ask yourself, could you imagine what it would feel like for Nathan Thompson to come up to you and be like, hey babe, so which one of the crazy fucking things that I've done, shouting at kids or screaming at women, slamming down their doors, did you enjoy the most? Baby, you should see what I can do with my balls and hammer. And that's literally not a euphemism. So, little sweetie, you want to come see my my house? It's right over there in that car park.
And Nathan, I kind of want to beat your ass.
Back of the queue, buddy.
And Nathan is nowhere to be seen.
You guys think you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour right now? Anybody? No one thinks they're spinning? That's what they teach your kids in school. That you're on a spinning ball in space. Doesn't make it real. You guys like having people lying to your children? I don't like people lying to my children. Large bodies of water do not hurt. Only people who feel Earth spin are drunk, right? No? You ever been drunk and felt the Earth spin? Nobody sober feels the Earth spin. It's a flyer about how they're lying to your kids in school. Like with the dinosaurs, those aren't real either.
Nathan's back, and just in time for the Glowbusters podcast. You know what? I thought about it, and I've come around.
So yeah, lads and lassies, the key to getting your point across is to go out on the street and scream at people. That's it. There's no other way.
If they aren't, what is likely to happen?
Oh, we're gonna burn them at the stake.
The thing is, with these crazy religious zealots like Nathan Thompson, he could actually mean that. It wouldn't surprise me if he actually wanted to burn Globers at the stake. But hold on though. that would technically be cooking meat, which he can't do because he's a vegan. But he's not actually a vegan because he eats honey. But also he'd be burning it at the stake. And last time I checked, a steak is a piece of meat. A delicious piece of meaty meat.
It is complete bullshit. I think I'll be able to figure out the electrical engineer in about 2 seconds.
They've already agreed to come on the panel of Globebusters. I just don't even understand how that could work in a massive, elaborate production.
Alright, so from this point, this is some seriously juicy stuff that I'm not going to show. I want you to go over and check out Reckless Ben's channel to watch this part, the whole Globebusters part. It's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to skip on a little bit and get to what I think is super meaty.
Hello, everyone in the park. I want everyone in the park's attention.
So right as the Globebusters podcast is starting, a park ranger shows up.
You guys are actually able to express your own opinion? You would absolutely have to go over to the free speech zone.
If freedom of speech has to be done in a certain area, is that freedom of speech?
I'm just doing my job.
That's what the Nazis said, right?
I actually kind of agree with him here. If you have to be relegated to a certain area for freedom of speech, how free is that speech really? Now, there is a difference, of course, going on a megaphone and just disrupting everybody. That becomes an infringement of other people's right to just go there and enjoy it. Now, when I say a right, for those who love to argue about rights, I don't mean like a constitutional right. I'm not saying it's written anywhere that you have the right to go and sit down in a park and not listen to someone on a megaphone. I'm just simply saying everybody else has a right to enjoy that park too. And if they want to come up and tell you shut the fuck up and pull you out of there, I'm okay with that, man. But I do agree that freedom of speech should be everywhere. In person, like, you know, within reason. It depends on what you're saying, obviously, and you might say, well, that's not true freedom of speech, but call to action to harm somebody or shouting fire in a public place, then you're kind of getting into that dangerous area. But the thing I find ironic is the fact that Nathan Thompson goes, that's what the Nazis said. He's right, that is what the Nazis said, and I would like to see more law enforcement officers step up to the mark and go against the grain for some things. That's a different story for a different time. But he says that he's like a Nazi. It's kind of ironic considering what he says later on in the video, but we'll get to that.
You're amplifying sound?
You have to have a decibel reader, it has to be calibrated, and we have to be doing it for 5 minutes. That's the law.
No one inside that area was without a suit.
I heard it, and it sounded like lightning, and I thought he was dead.
We were saying entering and exiting. Entrance. Instead of going through. Yeah, why don't we take horizontal? For me, that's all the proof you need.
I remember you saying, on all our predictions, it came down. Well, all your predictions were done on a globe.
Yeah, so we've been testing this for 2.5 years. We've had our friends Corey and Russell helping us. So it always worked on our model until we went to the real model, which isn't a model, our Earth, and it didn't work. I guess you could say it doesn't prove a flat Earth, but it definitely proves that it's not a sphere.
So this was a collection of flat earthers that came for a live kind of a viewing for the Globebusters channel or whatever. And as you can see, the majority of them were extremely skeptical. There was one guy and he was like, he had a face like a slapped arse. And then there was that lady with the hat and she was really into it. She does an interview later on in the episode, which I'm not going to show. I'd love for you guys to check it out, but she's super into it. She seems like a really nice lady. She's like obviously being taken advantage of. You'll know what I mean when you see the video. But the whole way through, Nathan is trying to back this whole thing up, and like he's proving that he believes this stuff. He believes these guys 100%, despite him saying that he doesn't. And then he continues to do that. So let's move on.
A lot of people had some questions for Blake and Ben about the authenticity of their experiment, their credentials, if they actually went to Harvard. I think they did an excellent job answering all the questions. Everyone there told me on the side, hey, I'm real impressed with these guys. They seem really cool. I mean, I was going with my gut the whole time.
And then this happened, and I've got to say, it is one of the highlights of the year for me in terms of comedy moments. This fake wedding that they had was absolutely brilliant. They both acted so well in it. Blake was hilarious. There's there's some points throughout this thing where I just laughed so hard during the ceremony on the beach when you'll see it in a minute, but basically the flat earth priest, flat earth priest says, repeat after me, I love you, and then he turns to the priest and he says, I love you. It's really funny. You guys just gotta watch that. But yeah, let me just show you this part.
What? Get down! Shut up! Get out of here! Oh my God!
Oh my God! Did you see this?
I have loved you since the day I met you.
Oh, you want to see? Oh my God!
I don't, and I want to ask you to marry me.
Yes, babe.
Oh, yeah!
Will you marry me? Will you marry me? True love happened in front of my face.
So heartwarming. Everyone in the audience was just, aww. Excellent ending to the weekend. I fly out to Virginia tomorrow, so what a way to wrap it up.
We're outside filming.
Filming what?
He's asking me questions, interviewing.
Oh, all right, cool.
All right.
So this guy is the flat earth priest, and he steps up to the mark. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. He steps up to the mark, and he's an ordained minister or whatever, and he decides that he's going to marry these two. And the ceremony is without a doubt one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I won't play all of the ceremony, I'll just play a couple of little bits. But yeah, he gets him to lie down on the ground to represent the flat earth and everything. It's really, really funny. But anyway, let's have a quick look at that, and yeah, we'll move on from there.
Can you lay down and symbolize the flatness of the earth?
Beautiful.
Please rise. Nice. Celebrate our wedding. I'm just patching the crap out of this. Let's start all over.
It's okay.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, that was really great.
Light, stay up. Stay up.
Today we celebrate the separate journeys that brought you together, Blake and Brianna. Brianna, sorry, I said Brianna. Yeah, Blake and Brianna, gotcha. Sounds like you're committed. Fuck yeah. Sounds like you're committed.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Guess we're ready to seal this deal. Alright. You repeat after me, Blake? I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh. I love you. I'm sorry.
It just goes to show, like, this guy, as Ben said, we did a live stream. For those of you who didn't see it, go back through my videos, you'll see I did a live stream with Reckless Ben and Blake, and he was talking about how fantastic Blake is off the cuff. Like, he's a really good improviser, and you can see that throughout this whole series. He is really genuinely a very, very funny guy. When he reads the vows that he wrote himself, it was brilliant. You guys gotta go check it out. It was absolutely hilarious.
There we go. Careful with the cork. Make sure it doesn't hit anyone in the eyeball.
I have an announcement. I went ahead and got him a wedding gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazon's quick.
What is this? What the fuck? What is it? Let's see. Oh my God. Come on. What the fuck is happening?
Where did you get this?
BBC. BBC. Oh, dude. That was pretty good. That was funny.
If you don't want it, you can always sell it.
This puts me to shame, dude.
It does smell good.
Yeah, okay, not used.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you did see that. Nathan Thompson just sniffed a dildo. A dildo sniffing a dildo.
You do that thing we've always wanted to do.
Stop.
Oh, no! TMI! Time out! TMI! Oh, no! Alright.
Ah, yes, the wholesome sexual repression of the religious extremists. So we've had the beautiful story, the love story between two kindred spirits and all of that beauty on the beach, etc., etc. And then Nathan has to go shit on it by getting drunk and belligerent. This is the part that you've all been looking forward to.
Is that table a ball? Dude, no, it's not. Yes. Round and flat. So I know when you guys get to second grade, you'll learn shapes. So something can be round and flat. They're not mutually exclusive. The kids over here learned the earth was flat. You could test it yourself. You don't have to believe me. I run the largest flat earth research group in human history.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. But here he is again, sitting down, drunk, shouting at children, trying to argue with children who are just trying to have a good time. He's like, you don't have to believe me. You don't fucking test it for yourself. You learn about shapes. His voice cracked. It was really funny. And then the parents are like, who the fuck is this guy sitting here with a dildo on the table telling my kids about shapes? Dude, stay away, and I can't stress this enough, from children.
Because I think if they're lying to the kids, that's child abuse.
I noticed a rubber thing over there.
No, they just got married. It was a joke.
And the biggest joke of all is you, my friend. Ugh, it feels dirty calling you my friend. Biggest joke of all is you dipshit.
Who is they?
They, you mean they who...
Like, I don't know why they lied to you. They lied to you. So if they hold all the knowledge, they hold all the powers.
Guys, you're not allowed to talk about them because it makes you an
Anti-Semite. Anti-Semite. It's about the Jews.
So, who runs the banks? Small hats. Who runs Hollywood? Okay. Small hats.
Is it really?
So, guys, I'm not saying that they're all bad people. They're not all in on it. There's a sect called Zionism. They want to control the world. This is the hardest thing to talk about. Because, guys, I read their protocols. I can't read it for more than 10 or 15 minutes. It makes me want to throw up. How much they hate everyone and want to rule the world.
Well, how do they rule the world then?
Well, they haven't done their coup yet. I think a coup d'etat is coming, where in one day they flip on everything. They already rule.
And now we see how it doesn't take much alcohol to scratch beneath the surface of the flat earthers and find the anti-Semitism. This comes out all the time. They are anti-Semites, they're anti-gay, homophobic, transphobic, etc. This rhetoric always comes out with these religious extremists. It happens all the time. We've seen Nathan Thompson do it a few times, and it's disgusting. These people are deplorable. So when you sit there and you question me for making videos calling these guys out, this is part of the reason why. Not just abusing and shouting at kids, women, old ladies, and old men, but being anti-Semitic, homophobic, transphobic pieces of absolute shit. There was a guy earlier in the video, a huge muscly guy walking down the beach. I noticed he didn't accost him. No, he chose the old lady instead and the children because he's a pussy and he's bitch made. And when I go to America, I would give anything to meet up with you, Nathan Thompson. And I'm going to throw down the gauntlet here. I don't think violence is the way to answer anything, but let's do this. Let's do a charity event. You versus me in a boxing match. Say 5 5-minute rounds or 5 3-minute rounds. You versus me in a boxing match for charity. Let's pick a charity between the two of us that has got nothing to do with flat earth or globe earth or any of that shit. Just a nice charity that we can both agree on. And let's duke it out, you and me. Prove that you're willing to stand up to a big boy. I'm not saying that I'm some beast, but I'm a much bigger guy than the kind of guys you like to pick on. So put your money where your mouth is, or well, your lack of money where your mouth is. And let's do it. You versus me for charity. Not to hurt each other. Just do it for charity. Prove to the world that you're not a pussy.
You're all stars on
I don't care. Yelp it all you want.
Yeah, we will. No problem.
Cool.
Yeah, and you're on camera looking like a goofball. I'm so sorry.
That's awesome. You guys take it personally.
So we're just a couple.
I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Get the fuck out.
How much do I make an hour? I'm actually sorry. They're crazy. I'm so sorry about that.
So Nathan does this thing where when he's up close to the person, he's like, he argues just at that point where it would be unreasonable for the person to punch his lights out. Then he walks away, and that's when he starts slinging the real shit. When he's at a distance that he can run away screaming from this guy. Not that, his banana-powered body would be able to actually get that far away, but it was the same in a couple of episodes ago where I believe they were on Venice Beach, and this big muscly dude was like, "Yeah, come over here and say that to my face." And he's like, "Yeah, whatever, loser," as he's walking away. He's a pussy. He's a bitch-made pussy, man.
Pretty much every single person we run into on the streets is just wrong.
See you later, crybaby. Shut the fuck up.
And now we don't allow swearing. This guy's such a hypocrite. I know I don't need to tell you guys that. You have seen this before. This man is the biggest hypocrite that I've ever come across. Literally ever come across.
You're my boss. You better pay me.
This is why he's been arrested several times.
We need to capture Nathan before he gets arrested.
Let's
get him.
You gotta ignoring me because we were out hanging out and having a good time, and he kicked us out and we left. Pretty much.
What, so you didn't scream and shout, tell him to fuck off and shut the fuck up and call him a bitch and all that stuff? This guy is just delusional. He's a fucking liar. How nobody can see this is beyond me. When I say nobody, I mean the people that support him, which has dwindled away. Since the loss of his beloved Facebook group and YouTube channel, now all he's got is Instagram. And a whole 2 people maybe interact with his stuff. This guy's done. He's finished. None of the flat earthers want to support him, so they're not going to really give him a platform. And Nathan Oakley's only just going to have him on for dumpster fire, so he gets those sweet, sweet super chats. But other than that, nobody really gives a shit what he's got to say. It's kind of sad to see another human being go through something like this. I don't think I'm going to lose any sleep.
Do you guys think I'm stupid?
Yes.
Like, do you follow me thinking that I'm just the biggest idiot ever and can't figure out when someone's lying to me? Is that why you're here listening to what I say?
Yes.
One more thing before you leave. Yeah, this is all fake. Me and Blake are actually Harvard students. Today we're all hired actors. Your friends were right, we were wrong. The back end was a VCR.
Yeah.
Gosh. It was a VCR, it wasn't a magnet. The toilet paper. We'll just like conspiracy theorists create their own conspiracies, I guess. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for bringing me out, man.
And there we have it, lads and lassies. I have to agree with Ben. This was the greatest flat earth prank ever played. I've tricked this guy twice, and they were kind of small things, kind of funny. But Ben went all out, and his creation is just awesome. His editing is amazing. I really wish I could edit like that and, you know, put that kind of music to stuff. I'm working on some things at the moment, trying to get things a bit better. Myself and Mrs. Demon are looking at building our own house, so I'm going to build a purpose-made studio in the house, hopefully, if our finance allows us to do that. We'll see how we go. But anyway, this was awesome. They did a great job. They did a really good job of exposing the type of person that Nathan really is. He can't hide from this anymore. But anyway, lads and lassies, thank you so much for coming and checking out this video. I had a lot of fun reviewing these awesome episodes of this series. Do go out and check it out if you haven't watched it already. It is just fantastic. Make sure and head over. Give Reckless Ben some love. I looked back over his back catalog and oh my god, man. I've watched some of his videos before, but the stuff that he's done is just amazing. He has a video that's got like it's like 350,000 views where he beamed the word sucks under the Scientology sign. It's just awesome. He did a great job, and the whole Jake Paul, stealing Jake Paul's couch and all that stuff. Really, really funny guy. Really great to watch, and I thank him for this awesome, awesome job that he's done. And anyway, with that, lads and lassies, thank you so much. If you would like to support the channel, make sure and hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. My subscribers have just gone out of control over the past few weeks, and it's been amazing to have so many new people and to see so many new people in the comment section, leaving comments down below. I do try to respond to everybody that I can. So definitely leave a comment down below. It really helps the algorithm and all that good stuff. Other ways you can support the channel is becoming an exclusive member for as little as, I think it's like $2.99 Aussie dollars a month. Or you can become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month, which is about the cost of a cup of coffee. A really cheap cup of coffee. But anyway, lads and lassies, thank you so much. Gurv Mila Mahagad and Sláinte.